This is me, Prabhanshu, and let me introduce myself. Uh, I work as a Linux administrator in cloud infrastructure, and today I am here to present a solution which is called Stackstorm, and basically it works around uh, event-driven automation. So, by saying event-driven automation, you can you can understand it like uh, it works on if then what. Like for example, every day while administering uh, data center or for managing data center, we get several alerts from nagios or maybe some tickets which get created in our ticketing tools, which have got like uh, known solution, like which we do every day, back and forth again and again, same monotonous work which we get. So this tool is an event-driven automation which will work uh, in a way that suppose you got an alert from nagios and it is a known error, which solution of which you're already aware of, and it comes like back and forth again and again. So how this tool addresses it, uh, it will address the alert from nagios and it will trigger an action either to mitigate it or to notify it to appropriate people, those who should be looking at it. So let's begin with the tool, and sorry for that. So I've created an example, and definitely that is my lab setup which I have done, and these are the two instances which I created on my AWS account. One is Stackstorm server and the other one is nagios server, just to simulate the environment, like uh, if we get something from nagios, how we are going how this tool is going to mitigate it, or how this tool is going to address the problem. So this is nagios server, and this server is also working as client. So like nagios will get the alert from the server itself. So uh, this is my nagios dashboard, which definitely I can see my nagios server is getting monitored and seems fine for now. So let's go through an overview of Stackstorm server, what it is basically. So let me just brief you about uh, these things which I mentioned here. Now nagios works on few terminologies. There are some actions, some rules, some facts, some triggers. Now, so if we say the trigger, so trigger is like an event, like a situation wherein some action is going to get triggered. Now let's say, now let's say uh, you want to do something. Suppose you want to make some tea. So in that case, what triggers for you to have tea? Now you woke up in the morning, you go to have tea. So the thing is, the trigger is waking up in the morning, and the rule is when you wake up in the morning, you go to have tea. So in that case, following the same thing, uh, there are some rules and there are some actions, and then there are some triggers. Rules are some procedures which we define that what if uh, that is conditional, like if we are going to receive this kind of condition, then what should be triggered. So let me just explain you one of the rules. It takes some time to get reloaded. Alright, so I got it here. So I created one check, one simple rule uh, to check the swap, and if this tool is going to get to know that there is something wrong with the swap, then trigger an action over it. It's taking time. I'll wait for a while. Alright, we got it here. So, sorry. So this is how a rule looks like. So here is if I'm going to receive a nagios service state change, then what to execute. So in that case, trigger what we have here is nagios service state change, and then the action. What the actions is supposed to be after when I receive the trigger. So what I have put here is nagios service state change, then the action should be remote command execution. Command is this, which is a general, just to showcase how it works. So this is what it looks like: trigger, action, and the name of the rule, which is normal, and the criteria. Criteria is the definitely the conditions which are supposed to be met for the action to get executed. Alright, let's check whether it works properly or not. So I got this nagios server which is working as a client as well. So here is the command line, and which got timed out somehow. So let me just open a duplicate session. Alright. So this is T2 server. Alright. So this is the alright, we are into the nagios server. So I became the root, and now I've configured I've configured this rule to work when there is a swap problem which it sees. Basically it's not doing anything if it is not going to see any swap space there or less swap space there. It's going to execute this command just to check, just not check, just it is a normal scenario, like just swap on, put the swap on onto the server. So let me just make a check. So on nagios server I do have swap space here available. Let me just switch it off. Now I do not have any swap space here. So seeing this, the nagios server, since it's been monitored, seeing this, it is going to throw an alert here. So I got the alert right there. It's swap space usage critical. So now is the time for check. And yep, it got it done. So you can see there It's on 10:52 something. There is a core remote. This rule got executed, and it should have run this command on the nagios server, and now the outcome which we should be seeing is nagios server or the client should be coming back up with the swap space. So let's check it once again. All right, we got it here. So we can see, yeah, it's working, and my nagios server is available once again with this swap. Basically, this tool, Stackstorm, saved a lot of time because it was a known error. I knew that my server is running out of is not with any swap space, so I would be needing some swap space there. So I just made a rule, simple rule, which is just enabling the swap there. Just enabling the swap. Let us check it once more. We did 3-m. We did free-m. We do swap off -a. We did free-m, and there is no swap now. And that's gonna get detected here. Okay, it's taking time to detect uh, this swap outage there on the nagios server because of the service check time which we have decided there in the nagios configuration, but it will definitely detect it after some time. And when it does, our Stackstorm server is going to take the input from the nagios, and it is going to trigger a corrective action for it. All right. It will detect it. It's taking time. Let's wait for a while. I believe the alright, we got it here. So we got the alert. Now just check it. Previously it was 10:52:05, now it is 10:58:05, and the rule got executed and it must have cleared. Yep, we see it available there. Alright, so let me just pause the video here and we'll discuss more about this tool in a while. So thanks guys for watching this video, and definitely I really wanted to talk some more about this tool, which is definitely uh, good for the operations perspective, good for the operations perspective. uh, all right, so from daily operations perspective we were on that topic. So it's like event driven automation which works which is to help out the normal operations and the task, and definitely it brings a lot of cost saving in terms of resources which we put in there just to work on the monotonous day-to-day activities which we get in the operations. So the good thing of this tool is definitely it's gonna be very helpful in terms of what we know as known errors of the infrastructure and the uh, what we what the operations get in their day-to-day life. And apart from that, the best thing which I like is it works with the Slack. Let me just show you an example how it works with the Slack. So here I created one bot which is definitely uh, a chatbot. Like if I want, oops, like if I want to see what this bot can help me with. Now it has got integration. This bot is integrated with my Stackstorm server, and definitely it is providing me with some commands to execute to operate the servers from here Slack. Let me just show you an example of it. Now okay, so here is one command which I got from the bot. So bot is saying, like, if you want to know the instances which you are running in your AWS account, just go ahead and put this command in the text box, press enter, and you will get to know the instances which are there running for you in the AWS account. Similarly, this Stackstorm provides you with different commands which you can execute from Slack itself to get the results. So you need not to go in the infrastructure. You need not to log in onto some Bastion server to execute the commands. You can just do it by your chat application, which is there, Slack. So guys, this entire tool is quite helpful for managing your own data center, and definitely it gives you a lot of cost saving in terms of manual efforts. Like people need not to be worried about the monotonous work, and definitely your engineers are going to love it because they are going to get time to work on the to work on different other scenarios, to work on different other scenarios, like to develop some things, develop some kind of uh, maybe some automation, or put their brains into some kind of innovation. So, so that I believe I should be completing this video now. See you all soon, guys. Maybe I'll come up with some more examples of it.